Hey everyone, it's Trisha. I'm gonna make sure I'm on before I realize that I've been talking for like 15 minutes and I'm not even fucking recording, because that's happened before, unfortunately. But today is the 23rd of November. I just wanted to update and let you guys know what's been going on. Yesterday, I just got back from the Psych ward. Yeah, that was fucking interesting. My doctor and my parents thought it would be wise to go away for a while, and not for the purpose of, 'cause I'm nuts, for the purpose of hopefully getting a diagnosis and being able to get medication that helps. So I ended up going in there Sunday, and it was a fucking nightmare. The atmosphere was horrible. There was a lady that, at one point, she was put in this TV room that has, like, glass. You can see everything that's happening. And she's, like, in this bed. And the whole time, the first thing that happened when I went up there was I just hear someone going, ah! Ah! Like, just screaming. Like, oh my god, what am I getting myself into? And in this room, they had her in this bed, and they were trying to feed her, like, choo-choo train style, like, open up. And she was just screaming every time that they put anything near her face. She just was screaming constant. That's what it was the whole time. Ah! Ah! Like, just screaming. I'm like, oh my god, I can't take this shit. And these people were just so messed up that it made me think, like, I'm definitely sane. I think I'm going crazy. I am far from it. I am with it. But I went there mainly in hopes to, mainly in hopes to, get a diagnosis and have somebody listen to me. Basically, how I feel right now is all of it was a big waste of time, because in the end, it has made my outlook on it worse than it ever was before. It was an absolute nightmare. I went through it just to, I did the right thing to try to get help, and mainly what I got was a punch in the face. I had to talk to a bunch of people. A lot of them. There was one meeting type thing. I had to meet up with like 10, there was a room of like 10 people, medical professionals, and I had to tell them everything. But when it came to me actually describing what I went through, they didn't care to hear that. And they said, why do you think about death? And it's more that I think about it because I'm frustrated. I've been dealing with this for over 8 years, and I'm sure you guys understand exactly what I mean. It's like I just want my life back. If I can't have that, there's no fucking point. I feel as though I'm worthless. I don't think I can work anymore. I'm never going to be able to drive as long as I feel this way. What's my fucking point? What's my purpose of even being here? So, before I get discharged, because I basically stayed the night, and as soon as, when I got there, I knew I wanted to fucking leave. I said, I'll stick it out and just see what they can do for me. I meet up with a psychiatrist type person before I leave, who's in a room with me, my grandma, and my mom. This lady tells me that what I have and what I've been suffering from for so long is called borderline personality disorder, that's the reason for all my problems. Yeah, shit, huh? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. I was so pissed. I told her, you do not know what I'm going through. And she explained it, and just got really mean. My grandma ended up saying, I'm not very happy with what you guys are saying, because I don't think you guys know what you're talking about. And she said to my grandma, and this is not, I'm not bullshitting, she said, how old are you? My grandma said her age, And this lady said, I am like 9 years older than you. I think I know a little more than you. That's exactly what this woman said to my gram. She recommended a psychiatrist, which I thought was a great idea. Great, I can get out of here and talk to somebody that might listen and really care. She said, you have a time limit of 15 minutes a session. So it's like, okay, I'm going to talk to somebody. Well, you can talk about your age and all that shit next visit. No, I'm not doing that. Not fucking doing that. If I want to be around somebody that fucking cares, that is going to listen and not push me away like, okay, I'm not getting paid for this, so get the fuck out. No, I'm not doing that. But this woman, I said, I know exactly what my problem is. What you're telling me is nothing like what I am going through. And she's like, we're medical professionals. We know better than you would. I'm like, really? Really? I don't know my body. I don't know what I'm going through. And I said to her, so borderline personality disorder is why I can't see things right. Why I can't even recognize my mother. And she said, this is exactly what this bitch fucking said to me. The way that you see things, you're making yourself see things that way. Really? She's like, you control when you have a headache. You control the way that you see things. Really? Are you serious? You are about the dumbest fucking bitch I've ever met in my life. The way that they talk to me, the way that they treated me like an infant fucking child. And the whole fucking thing was horrible. And it's hard not to fucking get emotional because I've been through hell for the past fucking couple days. And hearing that was just like, my mom called me today and she said, how are you? And I'm like, do you understand now why I don't fucking care to live anymore? Do you understand? And she said, absolutely. I'm like, this is a fucking game that has been going on for years. This is what I get for wanting fucking help. This is what I get for pouring out my heart and telling people what's going on, and this is what I get in return. Who the fuck cares? We're just going to put a name on it, and it doesn't mean that that's what I'm going through. My sister was a very sick child growing up. Before I was even born, she went through hell. And medical professionals told my parents that it was because they were starving my sister. And I mentioned that to this fucking old bitch. And I fucking said, you know what? Medical professionals said that it was my parents starving my sister. And you know what? They were absolutely wrong. It was a rare disorder, and they were wrong. I don't care if you've went to college or you've went to school for how many years of your fucking life. It doesn't mean that you know my body more than I do. Because you don't. And I was thinking, I even said to this woman, until you've been through the shit that I've been through, you can't say anything. Because you don't know what it's like. You have no fucking idea. And the whole thing was just a fucking nightmare. She gave me a pamphlet about borderline personality disorder. Not one fucking thing is what I go through. And the thing of it is, and I even said it to her, I'm just really pissed right now, so I'm sorry for how I sound, but I can't help but be pissed. I'm sure you guys would be as pissed as me too. But it's like, okay, if somebody says what I'm going through is depression, and maybe one thing fits what I'm going through, it doesn't mean that that is what I'm going through. Just because one symptom is close, one symptom is in that category. Depersonalization, every symptom is what I'm dealing with. Every symptom, and the closest answers I've ever got was on my own time, doing my own research. That's the closest I've ever fucking been. And that's sad. You could tell them, I know exactly what I'm going through, and you know what, they don't want to fucking listen. They have their own thoughts on it. And it was just a big fucking waste of my time. And it made me leave feeling worse than I ever have before. Because I'm thinking, this is what I'm going to go through. This is what I'm going to deal with to get help. I don't know what to do anymore. I really don't know. I just know I'm not going to play this game. I'm not going to go to somebody that doesn't care to listen to what I'm going through and won't give me the time of day to actually research what I'm saying. Last night I had my boyfriend read out of Feeling Unreal. I had him read The Case of Trisha, that's my name, and I said, read this, please. He read it, and I said, honestly, what do you think? And he said, this is definitely what you're going through without a doubt, and I understand what you're saying now. I'm like, okay, thank you. But, you know, I refuse to go to another person that's going to pin it on something else. You know, they're giving me a diagnosis like that is the reason that I'm not able to live a normal life, because if this would have been diagnosed years ago, I'd probably be feeling better. Throughout all these years, I would have given them time to find out what would work for me, but instead it's this bullshit game, and that's why I'm not getting help, because people are looking into shit that is not even close to what I go through. Not even remotely close. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. I really don't. That's basically my fucking story about the fucking Psych ward.